Welcome, Fun Nation, to another Behind the Bumpers. I'm joined with the 2023 and 2024 MSC Division winners, the 226 Hammerheads. I'm Versha, and I'm here with Gabe, Abby, and David here at the FIM Troy District event. They're currently ranked first place here. They'll be covering over their intake, their climber, and their programming stuff that they've done to power their robot. And you guys get to tune in here to learn more about it, all here on Behind the Bumpers. All right, so first up, we have to score coral and algae in this game. Can you talk a bit more about how you guys do that?
So first off, the coral comes through our funnel system here. They're just bent polycarb plates. We decided to not go with the ground intake just for more reliability and consistency. Then the coral feeds into this mechanism. We call it the squirrel because it scores the coral. So these rollers will spin, and that just pulls the coral into it. We have these zip ties here that prevent the coral from coming out and preventing it from just shooting through. Also, to prevent it from just shooting through, we have a can range sensor here that it detects the coral and just tells the flywheels to stop spinning. We have these rollers here that they're just 4-inch compliant wheels that are part of, it's all one motor that powers all the rollers, and these are used for the algae, which we will, our arm will pivot down and elevator goes up, and we just drive forward, and that will allow us to remove the algae from the reef. And then depending on our set points, we can then score into either the barge or into the processor.
So you guys have the ability to almost fill up the whole entire L4 on the reef. What are some of the design challenges that you guys face to be able to perfect that?
So one of the design challenges was just the set points of the arm and the dimensions of that, and just making sure that all that is right for so that we are very consistent. Another thing was just the process of getting the coral into the squirrel itself from the funnel. The pass-through it required a lot of tweaking before our first event, and then again before our second event. But eventually we got it to now we're a place that we like.
Would you guys like to show us a quick demo of your guys' squirrel? All right, that's quite impressive. You guys are also really consistent with your deep climbs. Can you talk a bit more about your guys' climber?
Sure. The climber was something we went through a lot of iteration through over this last season. At the very beginning of the year, we wanted to go with a design that was similar to a kind of an L. So our current design, we have a climber that goes up, and then we also had a plan for have that climber come out. And that bar would slide underneath the cage, and then it would come up, and very similar to how we have it now, it would tilt the entire cage back to bring the chain into the center of the robot.
All right, well, you guys also mentioned that you guys use a lot of sensors, like a can range on your guys' squirrel. Can you talk a bit more about all of that stuff?
Yeah, okay, so we have in total on our robot 4 different can ranges. One of them is used for zeroing our elevator. The 2 of them are on our squirrel, so one of them detects the coral that's in the squirrel, and another one is placed right on the squirrel's arm, and that makes it so that our robot is able to detect when the squirrel is facing a reef branch, and then we're able to shoot. The other one is on our elevator, and this measures our distance away from the reef, and this allows us to improve our auto alignment to accurately score in all 4 different levels of the reef. Another thing is we have 2 limelights on our robot right now. One of them is a limelight 4, the other is a 3G. All of them are facing the April tags on the reef, and they're facing the same direction, so there's redundancy. We've had some issues with the limelights disconnecting in a match and having to just make sure that we're always getting vision updates and we always know our position on the field, which is also very important for our auto align. And the auto align utilizes this can range and this can range over here, along with our odometry, to generate a path to a general point, and then we'll use PID until we're more aligned to the reef. And once that's done, the driver will feel a buzz in his controller and he'll know that he can shoot, and then he can score. And all of this is done with one button.
Well, thank you guys so much. That was David, Abby, and Gabe here with the 226 Hammerheads here on Behind the Bumpers.